Welcome back, y'all, and today we're going to talk about what you can plant in July if you live in Texas. Like I say in every video, Texas has gardening zones 6 through 10 and we are in zone 8. So I am basing a lot of this knowledge off of growing in zone 8, so you may need to adjust things for your microclimate. I've also been a certified Texas Master Gardener now for 2 years, so I did a decent amount of research to know that these are things that you can plant. I'm super excited about this one because it's going to include a lot of succession planting that you can do to keep your summer harvests coming, and some things that you should start to prepare for fall. Yeah, it's that time already. Time to get ready for fall. Now, I know that this month has probably been hard for a lot of you. It's getting really hot. The sun is just burning things. The pests may be bad, but I want to tell you guys to just keep pushing. You're gonna make it through. You're probably gonna lose some crops. I've already lost some stuff. It's okay. It happens. Don't sweat it. Just keep pushing, keep moving forward, and you guys are gonna have a beautiful garden this year. So let's get right into it with what you can direct sow outdoors. First up is something that I'm gonna do myself, and that's beans, bush or pole. This is a great thing to succession plant, and you may find that a lot of your bush and pole beans are starting to not produce as much now that it's gotten hot. So now's a good time to start another round of those. My favorite this year for bush has been wax beans, and for pole has been Kentucky Wonder. Next up is southern peas. Now's a good time to succession plant those as well, as they can handle the heat. Another thing that can handle the heat that does really well here in Texas, and with the heat you've probably found that it's actually doing better than worse, is okra. Whether you grow this for the flowers or the fruit, it's a great one to succession plant that you should do. Squash can still be planted now and should be planted now for an early fall harvest. You can plant more summer squashes or winter squashes like zucchini, patty pan, crookneck, and even winter squashes like butternut and acorn. If you want a nice harvest of pumpkins this fall, you can actually go ahead and start some of those now as well. Although you will be harvesting these in the later fall, not so early. Another thing you can succession plant now, which I just did recently, is cucumbers. Cucumbers absolutely love the heat, but you may have found that the ones you planted in spring are starting to not maybe produce as much. You're starting to look a little sad. You can go ahead and succession plant some more now for a later summer and early fall harvest. Another thing you can succession plant now to get a late summer, early fall harvest is melons. You can do cantaloupe or watermelons, whichever you prefer. One of my favorite varieties for Texas has been Orange Glow. It seems to handle the heat very well. It does have an orange flesh, and it is slightly less sweet than a red, but they do seem to do much better here. This next one and last one of stuff that you can plant outside is one that I have not tried, but I feel like maybe I should try, is Malabar spinach. Apparently this is a very heat tolerant green that can still be planted now in Texas. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried Malabar spinach and what you think of it. Now let's talk about stuff that you guys can start indoors to transplant in August. And these are all gonna be succession crops for you to get a late summer, early fall harvest. Tomatoes, which, by the way, if you guys want a video on this, I can totally do it, but you can actually cut the suckers off of your existing tomato plants, pick the varieties that you like, and propagate those inside your house to transplant in August. I think that that's what I'm gonna do because it's easier than starting from seed. I actually also, now that we have a greenhouse, want to try that to keep them alive over the winter to plant them next spring, so I don't need to start seeds every year. Next up is peppers. This is gonna be the same as tomatoes. Go ahead and start some seeds indoors now so that you can transplant them in August. Some of my favorite ones already this year, we've done some hot peppers this year that I'm pretty sure are Anaheim. And then we also have a mini chocolate bell, which I've actually been loving, even though they're these cute little tiny chocolatey colored peppers. This next one is important if you're hoping for a long fall harvest, and that's broccoli, cabbage, and cauliflower, pretty much any of the brassicas. You're gonna wanna start those inside in late July for a fall transplant, so you don't have to buy them from a nursery later. So that's the stuff that you guys can start inside. Now let's talk about some herbs that you can still plant in July. First up is basil. Basil literally thrives in Texas heat. You can get so much basil off of just a couple of plants. Feel free to start these by seed, by transplant, even by grocery store basil, which I know some people tell you not to do, but I have had success with them. Next up is oregano, one that we've had in our herb garden since we first started. It's been amazing, has survived every summer and winter, no problem. It's still thriving now. I even just harvested some today to use in our dinner. You can also start rosemary now from transplants. So if you find a nursery that's selling rosemary transplants, you can still plant those now in Texas. You can also plant mint, but keep in mind you may want to put this in a pot to keep it contained. Next up is lemongrass. You guys can still start lemongrass in your herb garden in July. This last one you may be tempted to plant now, but I'm going to encourage you to actually wait until fall to plant this one, and that's cilantro. Cilantro always tends to bolt in the heat, and it's not a good one to start now, but I wanted to include it in this video because I know a lot of people are actually going to be tempted to plant it now. Now let's talk about some flowers that you can do in July. I'm only including a couple of my personal favorites. We don't grow a lot of flowers, and so I'm just going to include a few that I like to do. First up is zinnias, and you can actually do zinnias just like tomatoes by cuttings. You can root cuttings in water and plant them. So if you already have zinnias in your garden, maybe you just want a few more, you can go ahead and take cuttings off of your existing zinnias, or maybe a neighbor or friend's zinnias, and plant them in your garden. Next up is marigolds. You can still plant marigolds now, and if you're battling pests like aphids and hornworms, it might be a good idea to add some to your garden so you don't have to use chemicals. You can also still plant sunflowers if you're looking to have a fall show. You can plant them now and they will bloom in fall so pretty. It'll be perfect to plant right alongside those pumpkins you're going to plant. That's all I have to plant in July. And don't forget, for our channel members, we also have that garden checklist that I'm going to leave linked down below for you. That's going to tell you in zones 3 through 11 what you can plant, what tasks you should complete this month, and what you can and should be harvesting. So I'll make sure to leave that link dropped down below for you so you can download it or print it. And to everyone else here, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you give it a like, share it out with other Texas gardeners you know, and subscribe.